So in continuation of my previous session, once you have defined all the variables, so for the purpose of this presentation I am just selecting the distance variable. Once you have selected all these values, you will just click the go button. Once you will click the go button, the next screen which will appear in front of you will be the plot, the graphical plot in this format. What is this graphical plot is showing you? These are the acceleration value at the different points of the vehicle. Okay, these different colors are, for example, this red color line is showing you the acceleration value along the longitudinal section of center of body. This green color line is the acceleration value in the lateral direction at the center of body, and so on. Okay, you can see the acceleration value at the pivot point as well. Okay, but you cannot see the longitudinal acceleration value at the lead pivot point. The reason is, at the pivot point there is no lateral movement, so there is no lateral acceleration at the pivot point. The acceleration the longitudinal acceleration can be observed only at the center of body. So if I can see this acceleration value is along the path of 500 meter, and average value, if I can just estimate from this graph, is in between minus 0.1 to minus 0.1 meter per second square. So from this graph, the analyzer or the designer can easily observe what is the average acceleration value of his vehicle with a certain suspension characteristics. Either it is in the design limit or not, either it is in acceptable limit of passenger acceleration what he can absorb. So if it is exceeding those limited value, then you will have to redefine your suspension elements. Okay, this is the purpose of Vampire Simulator. Without running actual train, without running constructing actual train on the track, you can observe the acceleration value, and you can change those values so that your designed body or manufactured body will be behave in the same manner as it is designed for. Okay, so this is the transient analysis. It's over all about transient analysis. Now I will go to the next section, which is about the eigenvalue analysis. The purpose of eigenvalue analysis is to show the analyzer that how the actual body of a vehicle will be vibrate, what kind of modes it will suffer with the certain suspension characteristics. So for that purpose you will have to go back to the home screen of Vampire software, and there you will click the eigenvalue analysis button. Once you will click that button, the new window will appear in front of you in this form. Okay, here you can define the file path of your eigenvalue analysis. Okay, you can define the speed value, what speed you are considering for your eigenvalue analysis. You can select the multiple speeds and multiple conicity value. You can change the conicity value from here, and you can change the speed from here. At the same time, the wheel profile we have defined already in the transient analysis, so there is no option for this one, because these values has been already defined during the transient analysis. Okay, once you have defined all of these things, you will simply click the go button. Once you will click the go button, the next screen which will appear, it will run the eigenvalue analysis, and your file will be saved in the pathway you have defined. In order to see the results of eigenvalue analysis, you will have to go back to the home screen of Vampire software, and there you will click the modes button. Once you will click the mode button, the next screen which will appear in front of you will be in this form. Here you can see the file path. I have already defined the file path for eigenvalue analysis, where the file was saved for my eigenvalue analysis. Okay, I defined 30 meter per second as my design speed, and I defined 0.05 as conicity. If the file, if the file which I defined earlier with the speed limit of 60 mile per second and chronicity value with minus 0.1 or minus whatever is, the file will show you the same values. Okay, now here you can show the graphical or tabular format. You can see the output in the form of screen or on the plotter. You can define multiple cases, also you can show multiple modes. Okay, so all these values, you can define the frequency as well over here. Okay, once you have selected all your options, you will just simply click the go button. Once you will click the go button, the next screen will be the output file of your vibration mode. Okay, this screen is showing you the modes of your vibration, because this is only a picture. It doesn't show you a dynamic mode. Otherwise, if you are running an actual simulator, the output file will show you a dynamic form of mode. Now what we can see from this output file, it is showing you that it is a 4-axle vehicle. The speed is 30 meter per second, chronicity is 0.05, the frequency is 0.536 hertz, and damping is, all these values are shown. But here I am unable to show you the mode of vibration, which I observed during my analysis. This is kind of a yaw mode. Okay, I can't show you over here the yaw movement. Okay, let me see if I can't show you the yaw movement. Hold on a second. Let me show you the actual simulator. Okay, I want to see the mode. Okay, I will choose the file which I want to use for my analysis over there. Then I will click the go button, and the window which appear in front of me, now you can see. Now you can easily see it is kind of a, no, it was not a yaw movement, it is lower sway. Okay, you can easily observe from here how it is moving. Okay, it is hinged from the bottom and the upper portion is moving back and forth. So similarly, you can observe this thing for different chronicity with different speeds. You can observe try multiple times your mode, how your vehicle will gonna perform in actual. So you can change your suspension elements according to your limited value of your modes, so that it will not derail during your actual operations. So this is how Vampire Simulator help designers to control their design and prepare a very well controlled design which is not dangerous for passenger comfort, and acceleration value and suspension elements are configured with each other. So this is all about for today's session. Thank you, and wait for my next section. I will be coming with another lecture related to railway system engineering. If you want to focus on some specific topic, please leave your comments and like and subscribe my channel. Thank you for today. That's all. Thank you.